Hey guys, thank you for joining today's video. If you are new, welcome. My name is Valerie, and it is so nice to have you, and this is Baby Otis. Hi, little Otis. Alright, so today's video is part 2 of my paranormal experiences. If you are interested in watching part 1, I will leave that in the description box below. If you like this video or like paranormal story times or want to see more videos like this, go ahead and give this video a thumbs up or leave a comment in the comment section below. You can even share some of your personal paranormal experiences, or if there's a particular experience I've had, let me know if you've had something similar to that. Also, I will gladly go more in depth on any paranormal experience. Just leave that in the comment section below if there's something you want me to go more in depth on or you want me to share more on. But yeah, without further ado, let's dive in. So this experience is one of the very few I can remember the exact day and time of the experience, because it was something that was actually very traumatic in my life and my little sister's life as well. But basically, what had happened was on September 16th at 8:16 p.m., I got into a wreck. And during this wreck, I remember seeing a cow in the middle of the road. Not just any cow. It was like a bull without horns. It was just as big as a bull. It was like a huge freaking black cow, like a ginormous black cow with glowing red eyes, and it caused me to swerve the vehicle, which made me go over a ditch because I was a young teenager speeding, doing dumb stuff on a gravel road. But it made me fly off the road and over a ditch, like my car was airborne, and then wrapped around an electrical pole. I had fallen half out of the vehicle while the car was airborne and flipping, and I also got attacked by a barbed wire fence, which that's why I have scarring all down my arm and all down my side. Not too many people notice it, but sometimes they do, but that's why I have all that scarring. Basically, I had a barbed wire attack me from being hanging out the window. Now, during this wreck, I should have died. Like, that is all the paramedics kept saying when they got there was, you should have been dead. Like, if you hit the cow, you would have died upon impact, and if you didn't hit the cow, which you didn't, you still should have been severely injured. However, I was covered in blood, so I still thought I was very injured. I couldn't move my body, I couldn't move my knees. I thought I was still very injured. Now, what kind of happened was when we were in the emergency room, as we were getting, assessed, I guess you could say. We were being looked over, we were getting our MRIs done, x-rays, blah, 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 blah. They were checking us out. My sister got released earlier than I did. She didn't have hardly any scratches on her. She had a muscle tension in her cheek, which she still has an indentation of that, and I feel really bad for it because I feel like I'm the one that caused it. However, that's all she walked out with, and all she kept saying was, it's okay, the angels are watching over Sissy, the angels are healing Sissy, Sissy's not going to be hurt, she's not going to be hurt at all. I wasn't hurt. I was still cut up, I was still gashed. Only thing that I walked out with was a broken nose from hitting the impact of my car when I flew out of the window halfway, and I had my shoulder dislocated, the one that got torn up by barbed wire. That was all I had. Dislocated shoulder, broken nose. And it wasn't even a broken nose, it was a fractured nose. So that was pretty amazing, especially if you looked at what I looked like in the hospital room and this wreck scene. I don't remember it because I wasn't really taking pictures of myself, letting this plane pass. But basically, I wasn't looking at myself, and what my mom and my boyfriend at the time, they kept describing that I looked like was the scene off of Carrie, where she had blood pouring all over her head, and at the time I was blonde, so it looked like I just had dripping red hair, and they said it was pretty gross. It looked like a horror movie. I don't remember that. I just remember being in the hospital mostly. And I remember feeling blood dripping down my face and seeing blood everywhere on my body, but I didn't see my face or anything else, just my body. But yeah, that was my wreck, where it was kind of more my sister's paranormal experience, because she was the one like, hey, like, don't worry, mommy, the angels are healing her. Don't worry, doctors, the angels are healing her. They're looking out for her. She's more the true trooper there. However, we both remember distinctly, because my mom and the hospital kept asking even my sister, like, what did you see? And my sister said, the devil cow. And when I woke up and when I was coherent, they kept asking me, what did you see? What caused the wreck? I said, a cow with glowing red eyes. So it was kind of weird that we both saw the same exact thing. She called it the devil cow. I kind of think it was a devil cow, but that was pretty much that experience. The next experience is another dream. I always have dreams when it comes to spirits. But this was an experience right after I had moved out, which I moved out my junior year in high school, and my mom was actually going house hunting. So I went with her because she found a house that she really liked and she wanted to show it off to me. So I went with her to look at this house. I did not get good vibes from it at all. Like, at all. And I ended up having to live in this house, which I have another story, but I had to live in this house for a while, and I did not like the vibes of this house at all. As soon as I left, I went home to my house, and I had a dream that night. And I had a dream of this man hanging himself, and then not only hanging himself, chasing me through woods, and he had scratches all over his face, but he also was like gray, like blue, purple, gray, dead colored. It was really freaky. I remember that one like no other. I'd told my mom not to get the house. She ended up getting it. It was a weird house. It had some crazy, weird vibes. Even my aunt lived with me for a while in that house. Like, she stayed with me while we were transitioning because we were roommates. And that house was just creepy. So like I said, I ended up living in this house. After high school, I graduated. I moved with my grandma for a while. And then I felt like my grandma needed a break. So I went and I stayed with my mom. So I ended up moving back in with my mom for a very little bit in this creepy house with my aunt. And I had moved around the time of Christmas. So the first thing I remember in this house was while I was sleeping on the sofa, for some reason I had fallen asleep on the sofa instead of my bed. But I had fallen asleep on the sofa, and all of a sudden I see a little girl in a white dress facing the Christmas tree. I thought it might have been my sister until I realized, because my sister was blonde and this apparition had blonde, flowy hair, all kinds of stuff that resembled my sister very vividly, which is creepy because now I'm connecting the dots. My sister actually stayed in a room, because I did research on this house, stayed in a room with a little girl that was supposedly murdered in this house. And I'm kind of wondering if it was that little girl, and that's creepy that my sister is the one that had that room that they said that the little girl died in. So that's really creepy. Now, I just put that together. That's really creepy. But anyways, I was sleeping on the couch and I saw this apparition. I thought it was my sister until I focused on the dress, and I was like, my sister doesn't own anything like that. That's like very old time. And then the little girl turned to me and she just disappeared, just like that. So that one was a little strange, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, creepy, because it was a little girl and I could tell she was just enjoying the Christmas tree. She was just enjoying having a Christmas tree up. Maybe she even missed Christmas. So I don't know. I didn't get a creepy vibe from that, but that was a paranormal experience that was in that house. Now, the experience that made me decide to leave this house was probably one of the most terrifying experiences I have ever had in the paranormal world. Knock on wood. But it was freaky. It caused me to like immediately the next day move out. My aunt included. Like, we were both like, done, peace, out. But basically, we always had a buddy system because we are both very in tune to the spirit world, and every time we were alone, we seemed to have had something like touching us or pulling our hair or groping us, like doing something weird, or we would hear something growling, or we would hear laughter, or we would feel something, just move past us really quickly. So we always had a paranormal experience when we were separate. So we had a buddy system. If we needed to go get a drink of water, we would go as a buddy system. If we needed to shower late at night, we would go as a buddy system. One person would sit on the toilet with the lid closed, basically like a chair, and then would sit there and play on their phone while the other person was taking a shower, and then we would switch. I know that sounds weird, but we had a buddy system for everything because Honestly, the energy of that house was creepy and dark, especially after I did my research. I even told my mom the research. She didn't want to hear it. She didn't want to have it. She's like, Valerie, I have to live here. Stop telling me this. So basically, we had a buddy system. I was in the shower. Ugh, still freaks me out. I was in the shower. And basically, all of a sudden, as I am washing my hair, so my hands are up here, I'm washing my hair, I feel a hand go from the bottom of my leg, I know this is my arm, but I'm using an example, go from the bottom of my leg up my butt and to my back. I jumped out of that shower, shampoo in my hair and all, and said, I'm out of here. Like, I'm done. My aunt was like, what's going on? You really look shooken up. I said, something just freaking touched me. Did you touch me? And she was like, Valerie, no, why would I do that? My point exactly. Like, why would you do that? But that one made me literally flee the house. Like, I fleed. Like, I ran out of that house. It scared me. It got what it wanted. It got me out. I was out. Peace. Well, that was pretty much the end of this story time video. I think it was a lot shorter than the other one, but I felt like I needed to break it up into two because if I shared all of that together, it could have been a lengthy video. But hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you enjoyed these story times. If you did like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section below. Share with me some of your paranormal experiences. Have you had a paranormal experience similar to one of mine? If so, let me know in the comment section below. Also, if you like these story times, what story time do you want to see next? Another poll that I had taken on my Instagram was my experience using a Ouija board. So if that's something you want to hear, go ahead, let me know in the comment section. Another one was how I met my twin flame. So again, if that's something you want to hear on a more lighthearted note, go ahead and let me know in the comment section below. I'm open to hearing what you want to see, what you want to hear, what you want to listen to. So let me know what you want in the comment section below. And thank you again for joining today's video. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so that you are notified when a new video has been posted. As always, thank you for being a part of this journey. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of yours. I am sending you so much light, love, and gratitude. Until next time, don't fear and believe me. Bye, loves. What are you doing? What are you doing? Hi. Hi. Okay.